Oh yeah, it's happening. I know this game has been out for a really long time. Busy Gamer Dad here, finally doing a session gameplay on Monster Train. I picked it up just recently, actually. I had it on my wish list, and I splurged and I bought it. It's a great game for our session gameplay series, where here on the channel we do a 3-part video, about 20-30 minutes, to go over a game that's easy to pick up, put down, have a game session, and then go be an adult or a college kid, come back to it at a later date to unwind after you've done some adulting or responsible chores, and reignite your game and not feel like you lost too much forward momentum. This game lends itself to that formula very well. So, like I said, I just bought this game. I've played 2 or 3 runs, I think, right now, and I actually have beaten it with the base run. Let's go into our logbook here, and I'll show you kind of what this game has going on, and we'll go from there. So as you progress through the game, you unlock new tribes, and that changes the formula how you play, because each tribe has their own series of decks, has their own champions that you unlock. There's a meta progression that goes on through the game as well, and and as you can see, I just unlocked the Stygian Guard. I have the Awoken and the Hellhorned. And then in each tribe, there is their own type of card, minions and magic that you can summon. So the Hellhorn has a fair bit of like offensive cards and like armor cards and attack cards. The Awoken has like synergy cards where they're healing and they're AoE attacks, but they're also like thorns and multi-strikes and things like that. And there's cards that I have not seen yet that we have yet to unlock. The spells are also really fun for both that I've played, for the Hellhorned and for the Awoken. And then the other tribes, the Umbra or the Stygian Guard or the Melting Remnant, as we progress through, we'll certainly see what those hopefully will be as we unlock a few more things. But inside each of the tribes, there are 2 champions that you can play around with and unlock. So for the Hellhorned, it's this Hornbreaker Prince. For the Awoken, I haven't actually played them yet, so we're going to play a game with them. And then the Stygian Guard, there's a third set of champions that they can play that we can tool around with and see what they're like. Then there's random artifacts that you get throughout the game that totally change the gameplay, and if you can get really good ones that synergize with your deck build, it really means overall success. There's deck or card border that you can get as you unlock various things. Like I said, this game has it all going on, where you can play this game over time, unlock a lot of things. It's a slow and easy thing because your runs don't need to be more than 20-30 minutes, and you can play 2 or 3 boards and then come back to it at a later date, resume the run that you have going. Or if you want to start a fresh run with new people, a new tribe, new setup, you can certainly do that as well. So as we kick this one off, we're going to go into a new run. And then, like I said, I'm going to give us the standard mix of things. We're going to leave the Hellhorn, but this is where you would get your change out for what you were looking for, where you have your primary clan and your allied clan. So you can change it out to the Stygian Guard. You can't do both in each slot. You have to change it up. You can't just leave it as Hellhorned and Hellhorned. You have to have one and another. And then here's our Covenant level here that adds, randomness, but the enemies get stronger. So if you're better at the game, like adding mutators is maybe another way for you to play, maybe for another way for you to enjoy the game. And then there's that ever important meta progression. As you play through these games with these tribes and this setup, you will unlock new cards. You'll unlock new champions. Exiled Champion unlocks at level 5. Exiled Champion unlocks at level 5. So you see that those things are still locked to us, but we're at level 4. Hopefully we get a good run, and we can get all the points we need to get to level 5, and we can show you guys that. So I'm going to click Depart right here. And then, let's see here, Boss Battle. This is our boss. This is random. He will change every time you start a run. Seraph Temper, and this is one of the biggest things about this game, is that it's tool-tipped very well. It allows you to look and see what's going on the map, understand what's happening, what's going where, because it can be quite busy sometimes and can be quite confusing. I get it. Some people don't understand it, and they, especially if you're doing a session game where you pick it up, play for one game, come back to it later, and you have a run going, you're like, wait, what was I doing? This game is perfect for that. It gives you that ability to look inside your deck and see what you have going on. Now, your deck is normal every single time you start a run. When I say normal, you don't have any modifiers inside your deck. That comes throughout your run. Now, mutators, I'm sure, will affect how your deck flows or how obviously the enemy starts off. So you want to make sure that you're looking at what you've got going on. And again, I'm brand new to this game. I'm going to learn this alongside you guys. But the last run that I did, I basically removed all my attack spells and all these trained stewards. And I got a bunch of other monsters that were really powerful. And they synergized with the restore spell here, where I was able to proc restore and get a crazy amount of thorns on one of the big monsters, where basically the enemies would spawn on the train. They would try and attack this guy, and they would just wind up impaling themselves on the thorns. Okay, so we're gonna go back in here. Which card do we want to get? Random, consume, apply 5 regen. That's nice. Unimportant. Draw, but you get an energy. This is nice. This is nice. Can I pick starting random cards? I think I can only pick one. Yeah, I can only pick the one. Yep, so we got 2 of those. And those are fun because I was able to really get those to upgrade our champion, and we get an artifact. This is Limbo. And you can see there's branching paths on where we go, and right here's the end. That's the end boss right there. Just going all the way back up to the top. Before we start our adventure, let's do our dad joke to loosen up. You ready? Alright, here we go. Being that we're in hell, but it's a frozen wasteland, I figured this would be kind of funny, but, you know, we're trying to race to the end. What does a sprinter eat before a race? Nothing. They fast. Ba-dum-bum. Alright, so let's upgrade our champion. I went into the Brawler, I believe, last time. Or maybe I went to the Reaper. I'm not certain. So the Reaper, every time he slays something, he gets more attack power. And it's not permanent, it's just for that encounter. And then the Brawler, every time... dealt damage. Okay. Multi-strike. I think I want to do the Brawler. Let's do the Brawler. Multi-strike sounds really cool. Ooh, let's hear. When a card is consumed, or when a card with consume is played, deal 30 damage to the front unit. Oh, this is huge though. 25% off the merchant. Yeah. I don't think we have any consume cards. So really that doesn't... Oh, we have 2. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, so we got all 3 of those cards as opposed to just the one. I get it. Okay. So that's where the randomness comes in for your starting deck. We do have 2 consume cards. Why don't we do that? Why don't we lean into this mechanic here? Yeah, okay, sure. Let's have some fun with it. May not pan out for us if we don't get those random cards that are consumed to let that proc, but we'll see. Alright, now this is another way to change the gameplay. Special attack, non-aggressive. Non-boss units gain 4 armor. And then we can additional draft unit. I think I want to do that because then we'll be able to get another unit card. And it's 4 attack. So this is the game. This is the game proper. You have 3 tiers. You place your creatures on each tier. The pips is the amount of space that you have on that floor for the various monsters up here. Your pyre, your last shard, has an attack, and you have to protect it. Every round, everything will move up regardless. There are some status effects that you can apply to them to make them not move up, but they're going to move up every single round, and when they get to your Spire room, they attack first. Then your Spire does 20 damage back to them. We start off with 80 health for our Spire. Make sure you're aware of that. It will go down if you're not careful. So first and foremost, we've got baddies in this room, so we're going to want to make sure that we get these guys taken care of about as quick as possible. So if I drop damage spell on you, this is a consume card. Yeah, sure. If I do this, you take 30 damage because of our artifact, and we'll call it good. And just like that, that's the game flow right there. Unless it says so on the card, you will always go second. They will go first. That's something it took a little bit of getting used to for me. So if I drop the imp, yeah, if I drop the imp here, it will finish off this guy. I think I want to do that, but I'm not entirely sure. Because I can just do, yeah, you know what? If I do, he's gonna get beat on anyways. So if and I don't have enough space, but he can go in right here. Oh, okay. So let's see here. To enemy units. Okay, so if I do this, that'll kill the one in the back. And then I will drop you here. He's a random collector that spawns in, and on death we get 50 gold. So we can do that and get the money from him. And then let's see, is it worth it to do? We have 1 energy left down here in our corner, 1 ember, I should say. Because if we do this, this guy takes 30 and dies. Done. Awesome. That works out really well. So you're just like in other card games that you might have played, at the bottom underneath the units, you'll see that there's the number of tokens that you have, or the number of pips, whatever you want to call it. Make sure you're looking at that to understand what they have and what you have. So if I sacrifice you, I sacrifice him, it will put his card, I believe, back into our deck right here. And so then we'll be able to summon him back. And then as far as anything else goes, we don't have to do anything else. We're sitting pretty good. I think I'm actually just I'll summon these guys on these 2 floors just to have them out, so we're not like leaving energy on the table, leaving ember on the table. They're meant to be your, like, you know, base throwaway units anyways. Alright, so as far as you're concerned, I'm going to drop that on you. So now, this is the boss man. You'll see up here there were wave counters. There are no more wave counters coming around. This is relentless. Combat in this room continues until the enemies are defeated or we're defeated. And then this room becomes deactivated. It turns into an ice box. And we can no longer place cards in here. And he'll move up the floors. So he's going to be taking 116 damage. We have 2 energy left, and we can do another 2 damage to him. But he's ultimately going to win the day. He's ultimately going to get our guys dead. And so it's, you know what, we might as well just hit him a little bit here and call it good. We don't get any penalty if we lose our prince. Unfortunately, he's not going to be able to survive this round, but you'll see that they're just going to whack on each other. This is what the relentless is. We don't draw any cards. They go until one side wins and the other side loses. If we win, that completes this battle. If they win, they move up the floor. And you can always speed up combat up here in the top right hand corner. I'm not too concerned. I'm not too concerned at all, because what we're going to do, we're going to drop this guy right there. We're going to drop this guy right here. There we are. We drew 1 extra card. And then, you know what? We'll just put... Nope, can't put you there. I want to put you here. There. And call it good there. And then we win. That's it. That's the first battle won and done. So... hopefully you guys are understanding the flow of the game and understanding everything, and because that we got that extra award, we get an extra card draw. Here's a readout of our card spoils. You do not have to take these. You don't have to take these at all. Okay? Okay, sorry, I had to do a little bit of a jump cut. My kids were getting a little excited there. Alright, so now we have a summon. We have this imp that we have before. I think we're kind of leaning into the imp mechanic. We can always remove them at a later date, or we can skip and take 10 gold. I'm gonna Spend any number of remaining ember to do that. Okay, so times 2. So if we spend 3 ember, we do 6 damage to all the enemies on the floor. Okay. That can be really powerful if you get like good ember generation. I'm gonna do this one though. Let's see here. Okay, gain 1. Maybe I should have gone the other way. To the front unit. Okay. Restore 1 health. Gain 1 energy. Draw 1 card next turn. I think I'll do the sting. Let's do the sting because that's free. Alright, now here we go. This is what we need. -3 cost per imp in play. And we have 3 imps. So it goes down to 7. But that's still way too much for us to play. And that's why he's gold or purple rarity. If we lean into the imp mechanic, we might be able to get him summoned eventually. And he looks pretty beefy. We can certainly try it. And then we have this guy. He's kind of the shield wall. I think I'm going to go with him though over this. Yeah, because on summon he increases his health by 60, so he goes up to 75 health. And then every time we cast Regenerate on him, he gets Cultivate, which is increases the attack and the health. Okay, good. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, let's do that one. Yeah. And then he can turn into like basically our shield wall guy. Do we want another awoken unit? Or do we want gain new powers? New powers. Forge steel. Let's go this side and see what we can get from here. Alright, so these are power stones essentially. Each one of your cards, except for your champion, has 2 power stones that we can place on their deck. And these are really big game changers. So if we pick this up right here, we can make any one of these cards have this power stone. And it's great. It offsets their weaknesses or and plays into their strengths. However, each one can only have 2. And if for some reason you have to change your ideas on where your deck is going because of it, was it really worth it? That's the big thing you got to worry about. Let's see here, upgrade. We don't really have too many things that I'm like crazy leaning into that I'm like, hey, yeah, we need that, we need that. Let's see here. And the cool thing about this is we can re-roll them, purge cards. We can leave and actually come back in if we go in here and see what unit we get. Oh, there we are. Let's do this one. Nice. Okay, so that was... What was that guy? That was Awakened Hollow. Thorned Hollow. Gain 3 health. Gain 3 spike. Oh, okay. Okay. So these are two sides of the same coin. This one just gets better attacks. Okay, cultivate. Increase the attack of the lowest friendly with the lowest health by the cultivate value. Okay. And then this one is, so he's like a buffer, and this one's the wall. I got it. Okay, cool. All right. So then if I do, so really we just need you to have more health. Okay. So if I give you this, it makes you bigger. It maxes you out. Yeah, let's try it and see what happens. And then let's purge one of our cards. Let's purge one of our stewards, because I don't think that we'll have enough to really play them. Right. And this is my limited knowledge of the game. You guys play this game however you learned and however you feel you need to. Bonus, non-boss, 3 extra spikes. Sure, let's try it. This may be running me into the ground and maybe causing me to fail prematurely, but I'm trying new things. I'm working that out and seeing if it will inevitably be good for us. Maybe it won't. Maybe it will. Let's see here. So we have 5 pips. If I do... Well, this guy, if I just summon him, everyone dies. And then he'll die, I believe. Let's try it. Nope, never mind. They all died. That was funny. Right there. And... yeah, let's just, let's put this guy on the 2nd floor. And then if we do this... here, awesome. Now that was consumed, I believe, that potion. So unfortunately there was no real, I don't want to say benefit, but there wasn't anything crazy about it. So these front 2 will die. He'll suffer 11 damage. This big guy, if I had gotten him a turn later, that may have been better. So if I put you there, then you'll die and he'll suffer. Okay, and then everyone here will die. And then you will take care of that guy. Yeah. Then I'm gonna put this big guy on that floor. And then all the better if I... You're doing 4, you're doing 5. There. And there. And now you're taking no damage. Nice. That works out really well. Nice. And then we get the bonus money. The imp returns to our deck. And we get a brief respite. Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, let's see here. How do I want to handle this? If I do this, and just keep giving him power, and that's it, really. That's all we can do. And now he's getting health. Okay. Nice. Final wave. Now this is that relentless I was talking about. So this is the final wave. Unfortunately, there's not really a good... If I do this, that guy will perish. But so if I do that, and then I do this, he takes 30. And then I'll just have you do that and call this turn good. And see, he got +3 spikes, he got more attack power, more health. And then our prince is going to naturally finish or fail, but at the same time, we're going to take a big chunk out of this guy. Oh, he took care of 2 floors. I did not see that. That is unfortunate. So he might make it to our thing, which would be awful. If I do this, take care of the one in the back. Oh no, we're fine. We're perfectly fine. There, yep, and then this. And then he's gonna impale himself on the spikes. Yep, finishes himself off. Perfect. I never not had it handled. That's why you gotta pay attention to what the cards are doing, which I was not doing. Alright, let's see here. Pierce the vent. We have more imps. Let's do it. Let's Pierce, deal twice, ignoring. Wow, that's not terrible. Let's lean into the imps though a little bit more. Glimmer, add spikes. This is free, and we draw another card next turn, so I'm going to do that one. Alright, then next we have... So this one's in between these 2 tracks. You get it either side. You can duplicate cards. Or we can do this side. Let's do the duplicate side. I know we're getting a little bit of a deck bloat situation going on, but I want to duplicate the imp card. There. And then, let's see here. What else do we have coming up? Oh, this section's going to be fun. This one's got a lot going on. Alright, so let's see here. Horned Warrior. 5 armor. Multi-strike. The multi-strike is huge because you have to remember that they're attacking twice. So that can really chew through the enemy line if you're worried that you're not going to do that. Resolve. Triggers after combat. So after combat, he applies 5 armor. That's it, though. Armor does not fall off. Let's do it. Let's do that. Now, this is kind of like a random event that I've seen come through, and this is the first time I've seen this guy. The historian approaches the open door with several large books in the back of his strange carriage. My time in hell has granted me access to the records of so many fascinating clans. The pages have lost their value, however, as I memorize their contents. I have records of the Hellhorned Awoken, and Stigging Guard at your disposal, though I can only bear to part with one. Oh. So this would give us something interesting. Okay, so that's maybe not worth it, because fragile, they die in one, not die, but they lose health if it, or they die if they lose health. Quick, so we go with before combat, and then this would gain us access. Silence. Wow, abilities do not trigger. That's kind of big. Let's do this. Let's do this one. See how that works. Gain permafrost when drawn. Not discarded at the end of turn. Frozen is removed when played. Okay. I'm not certain. We'll try it. It may be awful for us, but we'll figure it out. Excellent. I promise to. This will be well worth a read. As a studious mind is a strong mind. Go, Hellborn. May the pyre protect us in our journey. Okay, off we go. On into the next. Let's see here. Creator. Yep, explosive guy. Okay, so he's going to lay a landmine on every floor. I'm glad that we did not do the fragile one, because this guy's a pain in the butt. You guys are all gonna pay. Just don't think about you. And then they're extinguished and everything's gone there, which is perfect. Now, do I want to do... Yes, I do. Because if I do this for you, and that, and then you'll take another hit, and we're out of energy. Nice. Awesome. We need to start getting some ember generating, or energy generating cards. He's going to drop a bomb there. So you will unfortunately die. Unless I do this. Yep, so you totally just won the day there. If I... to the front unit. Okay. Here's... But if I drop you... Let's go back up a level. There. Yep, did 5 damage, and then do that. And I'm going to hold on to this guy just because I don't want to overload our floors yet. Because you have to manage each turn, your floors as best you can, and I don't want to overload them with the train stewards because they're not super powerful. Alright. So if I sacrifice the imp and draw... Okay, so you... Okay, so let's do it the smart way. If there's no monsters on the floor, I don't really care what happens. But I do need you to regenerate. So if I do this, and that did 30 damage. If I do this, and then we have 1 energy left. What if I do sacrifice the imp, gain 1. Okay. Oh, if we only had 1 more energy on this floor, or 1 more space, we could have put that guy down. Which would be great to work off of that guy's strengths. Let's do the 10 damage, so he'll die there. And you know what? I don't want you to take any unnecessary damage. And I will drop you on that floor. And then call it good. So this is like our first mini boss. You know, the bosses do scale pretty well in this game. I never felt like it was unfair to me with what they had going on. It definitely does take some learning and some flow management for the game. You got to understand what's going on and when and where. And if you can, you know, work within those confines and synergies of the game, as it were. All right, so he's going to go down. Let's see here. If I drop a heal on you, you're going to do 33 damage. So you'll definitely wound that guy out. I think it's time to... Yeah, see, 2 damage. You really use these spells to finish off enemies that might otherwise not get finished off. We have 1 energy left. So let's do this. Let's drop this guy right in front. He's going to die, but this guy isn't going to die. And that's great. That makes... Or isn't going to get hit, which is great. Because he doesn't... I don't really have the resources to spend on keeping him alive. You know, I'd rather use the regens on these guys that have the bonus effects from me using regeneration. Alright. Drop the bomb on our floor here. So we'll do this real quick right now. That'll kill those 2 in the back and finish off the imp. That's fine. Let's see here. And then you're going to finish off that guy. We can do 28 and draw 1 more card. Yeah, let's do that. He'll die. Draw 1 more card. And then I will rejuvenate on you. I'll add that up there. Nice. Yep, and then he did 30 damage to the boss. Cool. Final wave. So now this floor will get destroyed. No matter what. We're only going to do 56 damage. He's going to end up killing our guy. There's no way around it. We can just do as much as we can to help that situation. Or, relieve that situation. But ultimately, that's what's going to happen. So leaning into the mechanic we have here. There's no imps that we can sacrifice. So we're just going to throw our spells at this guy. And then you'll see that there's just no way we can do this. Sacrifice an imp. Nope, there's no imps. But now they're gonna fight relentless, and then our prince is gonna go down, or our champion unit's gonna go down, but he did a fair bit of damage, which is great. And then this is where we'll win. We'll drop this guy right there. Hit him with the stuff and the things. Right there, and I mean it doesn't matter, it still says we're gonna win, but I still want to win by a safe margin. Not that this game has ever lied to me about winning or losing. You see, now we have 30 thorns, and now he just impaled himself on the thorns, and we win. Victory. So yeah, this is Monster Train. 1 episode down. We're going to continue where we left off here on this run in our next episode. I'm able to play a pretty long session today, which is great. Good for us to learn this game and have some fun with it. Session Gameplay Series is a 3-part video series here on the channel where we do 20-30 minutes on a game that's easy to pick up, put down for busy gamers, and go do some adulting, come back to it later on, and relax and unwind. This was Monster Train. Look for us in the next video picking up this run. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that stuff if you feel so inclined. Thank you. Other than that, have luck, have fun, and catch you in the next one.